Yeah, sure. Welcome to Let's Argue. It's the Friday edition. It's rainy outside, so we're here to try our best to keep you warm. Tonight, we're going to welcome Fanroy, who's featuring Vito Corleone to the show. Then later on, we'll have Lebza joining us. Welcome to Let's Argue. Machens, Mzansi,
Sure,
good
sure.
evening.
Sure,
The
sure,
PSL
Tibo.
midweek action. Europe was just full of blockbuster matchups in the Champions League, in the Europa League. We even saw that there are some spicy weekend action that's also coming up. I'm Tiwo Lava Ultra featuring the Owens. I'm featuring Van Roy. I'm featuring Vito Corleone. Let's get it.
Yeah, so Jen, so what are we gonna cover today? Is it gonna be the Europe results or the weekends on the EPL or what?
Hey, Van Roy. Well, what's going on? Van Roy, Jay. From the word go, Jay.
All right, you started. Let's kick off with them Zanzi, man.
Yeah. Hey, Vito. Tell us what happened
What's
in the
up? What's up?
PSL. Tell us what happened in the PSL, Lani.
Bruh, I don't do local.
Mr. International,
What's the
huh?
worldwide, my nigga? Call me
Yeah.
Pitbull. I don't do
Fun road,
local. Okay, what
everything,
happened?
bro.
Pirates won. Sundowns
Hi.
1-0. Bruh, just peeking. I don't really, I don't really do local, my nigga.
Fun. I'm super disappointed.
I did. And
But
I don't.
anyways, anyways, on Tuesday we saw PSL action. It kicked off between Amazulu and Pulukwani City. The birthday party came to a halt for 10-1 at Tazwani's charges. They lost 1-0 at home, and then we saw Chipa entertaining Magesi. It was honest even with a goalless scoreline. Very boring for the neutral. And then we saw Kaiser Chiefs lighting it up against Orbit College, or should we say that fly by night college, with a 4-1 scoreline. The Amakosi were rampant, and they were not in a mood to take any prisoners when they met up with Orbit College. Then we saw Sikukune United entertaining Richards Bay, that ended in a 1-all draw, point shed.
Yeah, and just to add on that, ne, based on tactics, ne, Chiefs look sharper. Zone 14 entries, Baba, huh? Wide overloads, and they finally finished their patterns. Actually, Magezi versus Chipa, both being were compact. First line pressing canceled each other out.
Yeah, definitely. It was crazy, bruh. It was crazy, but definitely for me, from the midweek clashes in the Betway Premiership, I think Kaiser Chiefs just took the cup. They really gave their supporters, as of course, the neutral, something actually to be cherry or merry about, you see. But, anyways, after that, on Wednesday, we saw Durban City entertaining Marumo Gallants. Yeah, Marumo Gallants, I don't know what's happening. It seems like they're just spiraling out of control. This is another loss for them. They just look like, you know what, they are not finding solutions, and the coach, if he's trying to rework the jigsaw, he's definitely not
Yeah.
winning. Mangoba Nciti also went down to the Buccaneers, who were clinical. They succumbed to a 3-1 defeat at home, and I think Pirates will be happy with the performance that they put on away from home. Mamelodi Sundowns were entertaining TS Galaxy, and they literally just put on a champion's performance with a 1-0 victory at home. Stellenbosch, their woes also continue because they succumbed to another defeat, and this time they lost 2-0 to Siwelele. I don't know anymore. Van Roy.
Yeah, hey, they let that Stelly slide, eh? They let them really, really, really slide. They gave them a run for the money. It was really an interesting weekend for PSL, though. I mean, if you look at what Pirates did, remember
Yeah.
what Golden Arrows did prior to walking into that Pirates match. I really think they got beaten down, Baba. So,
Yeah, but then, yeah.
so just to add, they on Pirates, the final third selection improved. Sundowns did Sundowns things. They had tempo, they had authority, and they were taking bomb. And Stellis, we really need to see a response from them, eh?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come anytime soon, Van Roy. I think something eventually is gonna give them where Steelers are concerned. But then, just a quick take, big boss. Which would you say which result would you say maybe gave us the most from the midweek clashes there in the PSL?
I give it to the Pirates game.
Okay, I know. I'm definitely
I
with. I'm
like it for
definitely.
the Pirates.
Oh, you like it for the Pirates?
I like it for the Pirates.
And then after that, gentlemen,
Yeah,
we
this is
saw
my this is how this is where I shine. This is where I shine, man. Let's go.
this is where you shine. Talking
This is where
cap
I
here,
shine.
man.
International.
Talking cap here. What happened on Tuesday, bruh?
Nah, Tuesday, lot of upsets happen, man. Napoli, no, against Eintracht Frankfurt. What? What the hell, man? I had money riding on that. A lot of money riding on it.
And that's true.
Slavic
Huh?
Prague, Arsenal. What did we expect? Arsenal, not a problem for them.
Yeah,
Arsenal doing what Arsenal does best, keeping clean sheets,
yeah,
getting some goals.
yeah.
Ah,
That's
I think Slavia Prague, they really suffered that defeat, eh? At home, losing 3-0 to the Gunners. It was a controlled menace. Arsenal defense had to rest. They actually strangled those boys, eh? The press timing was very elite as usual, and they were just on point, man, eh?
yeah, no, I definitely. Arsenal look like they are unbeatable just based on recent form, and I think they definitely have the best defense in Europe because how many clean sheets have they
yeah,
kept
facts.
this season so far? Yeah, I know.
In
I
the
think.
Premier League, I think they only conceded like three
Yeah,
goals. 3
3 goals.
goals, bro.
Yeah, I
Best
know. No,
defense
no.
in Europe
Arsenal,
at the moment.
Arsenal look like a big problem, gents. I don't know about you. But then after that, we saw Atletico de Madrid entertaining USG. Cholismo came with the garnish. They came with the efficiency. They were aggressive and they got the job done. 3-1 at all.
3-1 at home, man. But
Yeah. And then
yeah,
we also had Juve hosting Sporting that ended in a 1-0 draw. Spalletti's first USL with Juve. It's not what we expected it to be, but yeah, they were compact in the mid block, in the midfield, and they limited their risk. And yeah, a point banked. What can I say?
yeah, and after that
Yeah,
we
no.
had Liverpool, Real Madrid. One out of the two blockbusters that happened during the midweek Champions League matches. 1-0 to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
We killed you, Baba. Hey, it was Liverpool versus Courtois. The other 10 players of your team, the Navia for men team, they didn't play, Baba. Bradley had Vicky in his pocket, and that's all I'm gonna say. Did you see that part where he was crying in mid-air while he was flying? I was like, ah.
Yeah, it wasn't
What?
a great
No, no,
performance
no,
from
no.
Real
What do
Madrid.
you have to say to yourself
It
for that
wasn't a great
display?
performance by Real Madrid, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I think the only player there who can really hold his head up was Thibaut Courtois. But
Yeah, fact.
also, I think, what's this guy? Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is not the right guy. And I'm not saying this because we lost the game. I think I've said this before. I don't know, man. That guy, man. I'm just
But
not gay. I just never got a good
but you
feeling
but you
from
know,
him.
La Liga. I'm not on the whole with the whole La Liga. I'm not impressed with that whole league. But that's
A story for
a
another
story for
day.
another day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, definitely, I hear you. But then after that, we saw a PSG entertaining Bayern Munchen. Bayern Munchen, listen, brought their A game. They came out of Paris with a 2-1 victory. Listen, this game, gents, I don't know about you, but it was also one of those blockbuster games. I'm not sure about the 1 out of 2 that Vito Corleone was referring to, but definitely this game, it was a clash of the titan. It was a repeat of the 2020 final. And I think from a neutral standpoint, we got everything that we we're hoping to get. And I don't know if you gentlemen saw, but that German gentleman, Serge Gnabry, I don't know,
Mm,
man. This game against PSG was on fire, gents. He was
general.
playing
Yeah,
RG.
he was filling in for what's his name? The youngster.
Diga, I don't know who plays that side.
Yeah,
I'm not German.
the guy that broke his leg.
Oh, Musiala.
Musiala. Yeah, he's filling in that position really quite well. So this was the best team in Europe last year, PSG, taking on Bayern, in my opinion, which is the current best team. And for me, they're the favorites to take the Champions League this season. Mark my
Wait,
words.
sorry. So wait. Sorry. Slow down. You're saying, in your opinion, Bayern Munich are the best team in what, in Europe right now?
They're the best team in Europe at the moment. They're undefeated. Not
Oh,
even a
okay.
draw on their name.
Oh, okay. Aye, cool.
He's
No,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about that Farmers League that they are in. But anyway,
Go on, go on.
Yeah, then Vito, what happened on Wednesday?
Ah, man. Hansi Flick's highline against Braga. What can we do, man? He's adamant he wants to stick to his system. He doesn't want to change it.
Against
And
Braga. What are you talking about, man? Hey, what are you talking
yeah,
about?
he,
Barca
no,
versus Braga.
he can't say
It's
Karabakh.
not true. You can't
He
even
can't
say
say
Karabakh. What's
Karabakh.
going on
We'll
here?
get.
Hey, Vito, concentrate, man. You can't even say Karabakh. What's going on, Lani?
Are we talking about Chelsea?
Yes.
You see, your issue is that you keep on dealing with these 5 out of 10s. Now you can't even concentrate. Why, man? Hey, Fandroid.
Ay,
Fandroid. What
yeah,
happened at
man. Chelsea Karabakh.
Yeah,
Victor Osimhen, hat-trick. Movement across the line. Third man runs unstoppable.
yeah, and then also in other news, we also had Benfica hosting Leverkusen. The home hearts were broken from slump extent, and the pressure actually was mounting. Tibo, I don't know what you think of that game.
Yeah, no, Benfica, I don't know. They need a miracle. There are 4 games left, and it's up to Jose Mourinho to show that he's still a world-class coach. But I think the man has run his race. Since he showed up to Benfica, I don't think there's been anything positive that anybody can mention, either from the way that they perform, or the manner in which he sets up his stall. And obviously, I'm just basing everything on what he's doing in Europe. But so far, they've played 4 games and they've lost 4 games. There's 4 games left. And if there's still any Mourinho magic left in his veins, then
Yeah,
he's gonna have to do something and find a way to get into the knockout stages. And the only way I see it is if he can at least get 3 wins in the next game.
yeah.
3 wins, and that I think will just be an uphill battle just on its own. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys think, but Benfica coming back to win their last 4 games. I don't know. I don't think. I think it's
It's a
impossible.
big
I
stretch.
think it's over.
I
It's a
mean,
big goal.
I mean, if you look where they are on the Champions League table, they're right at the bottom, close to Ajax. That is like last. So I don't think they're gonna.
And they're struggling in their local league as well.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel. Yeah, disappointment of Mourinho.
And
Mourinho.
then in other news we
They
had Club Brugge
in Barca.
versus Barcelona. That's all that this guy wants to talk about is Barcelona. Huh? The honors were even. It ended in a draw. It was a very high tempo match. It was end to end. We had VAR drama, and obviously Lamine Yamal, he got back on the score sheet and he was just forcing problems. Eh? What do you think of that match, eh, Beto? What do you think
Um,
actually? Do you
it
think Barca
was
was supposed to win?
now we were not supposed to win that match, to be honest with you. We got lucky. 2 VAR calls on that match that went in our favor. I know the Madrid supporter over here is gonna say, Nigrera. But those were proper calls in my opinion.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just tell us, Vito, tell us about what happened elsewhere. Man City hosting Dortmund.
Hey, Haaland refused to beat that Haaland refused to be sentimental. City was ruthless on the attack. They were going all in. Dortmund was hosting them, but the guy scored against his former team and looking like one of the best strikers in Europe for the season.
And then in other news, we also had Marseille. It's actually Marseille, ne? The way they say it. Actually, we from Mzansi, we say it how we see it. It was Marseille versus Atalanta. Atalanta actually came away with a win. They overshadowed by the touchlines scenes, and yeah, they actually had a good game. Going away from home to actually bag that win. So they found a way solution actually.
Yeah, and then after that, on Thursday we had some Europa League action. It was jam packed, chock a block, with games from left to right. Kicking off with Dinamo Zagreb entertaining Celta de Vigo. Celta de Vigo were ruthless in a 3-0 win away. They showed no mercy. And then after this, we saw Aston Villa entertaining Maccabi Tel Aviv. As I've said before, Unai Emery knows how to win or how to navigate his way in the Europa League. His team are actually moving like a fish in water. Then we
Mm.
saw AS Roma flying to Ibrox to face Rangers. They were clinical and they were cold. They managed to get a 2-0 win with a clean sheet to boot, of course. Real Betis were entertaining Olympic Lyonnais, and that also ended in a 2-0 win. I think there's a feel good rhythm in Seville. This Betis team really, really looked like a big problem. Yeah, Jen. So let's look at the weekend fixtures that are coming up. We have some Premier League action coming up.
Yeah, we got Spurs versus Man United. Can Thomas Frank stop the Man United squad? In Sunderland versus Arsenal, Shaka, the X is upset, but Arsenal can't. But in Arsenal, he's on the call. Hey man,
So what he's trying to say is Arsenal needs to control the game levels. Arsenal needs to control the game levels. And then just to wrap it up on the Saturday, so we have Chelsea versus Wolves, and the crowd expects a lot of goals. The crowd wants the 3 points, and I know that Chelsea is going to want to slaughter them pack of Wolves. Consistency is the ask. That's all that we ask from them. On Sunday, we have Man City versus my team, Liverpool. It's Pep versus Slot. City looks very, very smooth, but Liverpool are coming back from a big European night. We'll see who goes the distance in the midfield, and I just hope that it is box to box. I don't want a boring game. I want drama.
Yeah, give us a prediction there.
No, it's also going to be a tough one. Just like I said, versus Madrid, it's going to be a tough one because we're playing City at home. I think it's going to be a close score, but I say it's going to be a 2-1 victory for my team.
Yeah, Vito, your prediction there.
mm, Liverpool 2-1. I'm agreeing with Roy. I think Liverpool will get us W. Yeah, and it's not a bad fixture for Liverpool. I think this is a game that they can get back on track and start getting some wins and recover from that horrible losing streak they had and build on the
Yeah,
momentum they built on the weekend beating Real Madrid.
no, I no flop. I think we'll recap on your predictions on Monday. Hopefully, everything will go the manner in which you guys have predicted. And if anyone is a betting man, maybe they'll use your advice. And then after that, we're gonna just move on to La Liga, League of the Stars. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's the
This
best
is your
league in the world.
playground.
It's like you know what? It used to be the best league in the world. That's kiss. I take that back. It used to be. Right now, I think it's that Monica is actually up in the air for anyone to take.
Yeah, we need to with it's debatable now. It's very we need to give it to the EPL.
So Vito, what's happening on Saturday?
Atletico is taking on Levante in the Wanda
Yeah,
Metropolitano.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be a
yeah.
it's gonna be a tight game, but I suspect Atletico to get that win. if they're playing at home, yeah. So Julian Alvarez is on fire. So
Yeah.
I expect him to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
in
yeah,
and
yeah,
start
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. I
Then
definitely he's a super player, that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the highlight for Saturday, and then for Sunday we have Rayo Vallecano versus Real Madrid. The Derby needle is going to strike again, so we're gonna see Madrid in action again, and I hope that they can manage the chaos that Rayo Vallecano is actually gonna bring. Then we have
Mhm,
Marocco
mhm.
versus Getafe. We're gonna see what's happening there. Both
Yeah,
of the teams are in the trenches, and one of them is gonna wanna make it out. You know, when you trap, ne, you would eat your
yeah.
friend that is right there next to you, just to get out. We'll see what's gonna happen there. So
hey
then we
yo.
have
Pause,
no
pause,
Didi. Hey, no Didi, no Didi,
pause.
no Didi. Pause.
Vito, how
Double
can you say
pause.
that
Then
in
we have
front of me,
Valencia
bruh, and
versus
you don't feel some
Betis.
type of
Uh,
way?
yeah.
Hey, Vito, how can you say that in front of you and you don't feel some type of way?
They didn't sound right, man.
Sorry, yeah, you
uh,
were saying Valencia and
Pause.
Betis.
Yeah, let me just say this. Pause. So Valencia versus Betis, we'll see if Betis is confident enough and solid enough to come up with a win. Then we have Celta Vigo versus Barcelona, and we'll see if Celta can keep up the hot stuff of a European three-piece. Barca needs authority after the bumpy Belgium night that they had. Coming back from a draw to a team that actually is actually clinical. It's going to be challenging for them, but we'll see what happens over there.
Yeah, but hey, Barca need to go to Palaidos, and Iago Aspas is in scintillating form this season, bruh. He's been
Yeah,
Yeah,
scoring
they're going
fucking
away.
worldies in the Europa League, eh? So I don't know if Barca don't bring their A game. They don't bring their A game. You already know what it's gonna be, bruh.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but we
true.
know there's gonna be goals galore.
Yeah, I will see. I will see, chance. We'll see, chance. I
Yeah.
know Vito, man, hey, yo. Yeah, I know Vito, man, he just doesn't feel good. His small team, they are just suffering these days. But things will be fine. So
Hi.
wh- when we move on to the Serie A on Saturday, we're gonna see Juventus entertaining Torino. It's gonna be the Derby della Mole, the Torino derby, where we will see Luciano Spalletti at home entertaining Torino. This game could go in either way because both teams really aren't firing on all cylinders, and Luciano Spalletti still wants to put his imprint or his identity on this Juventus group. Then after that, we're going to see AC Milan traveling away to Parma. This will be a trap game. Milan must manage the transitions. Milan must make sure they come out of this stadium with at least a point.
Yeah, and then that's Saturday. Then on Sunday, we have Bologna versus Napoli. It's a stern away exam. We're gonna see if
Oh
Napoli can
yeah,
pass.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Roma versus Udinese. A early kill is necessary if Roma can actually put a game to bed in the first half. Then yeah, they got the 3 points. And then Inter versus Lazio. It's speed versus structure. Inter eye a top spot if they actually get that win.
Oh yeah. No, definitely it's gonna be crazy, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make no mistake, it's gonna be crazy. But then after that, chance, if we come back here, because local is like
We're going
we
back
have some
local.
Carling Cup action coming up, ne? And on Saturday, everything is gonna kick off with Richards Bay when they entertain Orlando Pirates. It's underdog energy versus a resurgent attack. This will be one for the books, I'm definitely sure, because it is cup action, knockout football. This is what we'll have to see. This is what
Do you have
we
any
will have to
predictions there for us,
entertain by.
Tibo?
Hey.
Finally.
Turn off your Mac.
Oh, kind
Turn off
regards
your
is
Mac.
finally over. Kind regards is finally over. Hey,
Turn off
apologies.
your Mac.
apologies to my 25 subscribers. I know you subscribe just for me, not for Tibo. Maybe at least 2 of them for Roy, but we know none of
Yo.
them are following us for Tibo. You know, I love you, boy, but you know. And I hear speaking about the Carling Cup. Hugo Bruce is saying that Pirates maybe should lose, so that at least some of those players get some rest because they haven't gotten a rest in a while. But we want Pirates to win since it's Tebow's team. A depressed Tebow is never a good Tebow. So let's see how that goes. But let's carry on, guys. I'll just keep commenting as we go. I'm the only one unscripted today. Yeah. I wonder what am I gonna say?
Me, I'm on myself unscripted. I'm flying off the rails.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Roy, so nice to see you, boy.
Yeah, sure. And then after that, we're gonna see Golden Arrows entertaining Marumo Gallants. Can
Yeah.
the Arrows maybe choose the dagger in the hearts of Gallants? Because if Gallants' form is anything to go by as of late, I
Aye.
think definitely without a shadow of a doubt, Golden Arrows are the favorites.
No, Gallants are bad, dog. Remember, it was one of my favorite teams. Like
Once upon a time.
yeah, like for 3 or 4 episodes, I was like, this Gallants train is really, pushing, but it just seems as though maybe they were dependent too much on a certain 11 or 12. Once those people get injured, things start happening and you start to see. So yeah, I really had hopes for Gallants. So let's see if Mangoba Mnuti at Arrows can go ahead and really put a stop to the Gallants train that has already been stopped. Now maybe they're stealing the wheels,
And now, this could be a great opportunity for Gallants actually to actually finish off Golden Arrows in this competition, taking into account that they lost midweek, so they could still be reeling from this, and maybe this could be an opportunity for Gallants to actually bounce back.
Yeah.
Time will tell,
Definitely.
gents. Time will tell, gents.
Sure.
So now that we're done with the Carling Cup action, let's move on to the flop and prop of the week. Yeah, flop and prop of the week. What say ye? Yeah.
Whoa, first, I know. Wait. I know I'm taking you guys back. I just wanted
Yeah.
to get your predictions. Did you? I'm sure you support Liverpool now since Liverpool beat Real Madrid, right?
We picked.
So, because you know what, Roy, I was gonna be sad to miss this because I needed to borrow him my glasses of the loss. My loser glasses, so that he can actually go ahead and
You should have
accept his
couriered them.
fate. You not should have couriered them, bruh, so that you can
You should
just
have couriered
have
them.
your loser face. I was actually showing a friend the episodes, and then one of them there when you scroll on our page, you see one of the pictures they have got the glasses. So I had to explain why I was wearing those glasses. So you also missing a chance here because you were supposed to actually wear your loser glasses so we can laugh at you. But
Yeah, you know what's funny, ne? Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what's funny. You're making all this noise, but you're not mentioning about how you robbed a Belgian team. You lost to a Belgian team, but again,
What robbery was there? There was no
Enriquez.
robbery whatsoever. The
Oh.
cause was fair.
Enriquez
Oh.
Negreira, Baba. Enriquez Negreira, Baba.
Aye.
At the game ended in the draw.
There
That guy has
you go
dementia
again.
sitting in by his house. You still bringing that guy up. Aye, come on.
Games
No,
where
no.
you're playing against small Belgian teams. You
You,
guys.
you know what happens when you lose against Liverpool? This is what happens. Heart palpitations happen. You start
You
trying
guys
to
are
find
fucked.
reasons
What can we
why
expect
other
from
teams are
Madrid?
winning.
How can you fix the game against a small club like Club Brugge? Club Brugge.
You say it's a small club. It's not a small club, and they were playing at home.
No, listen. That time when you played against PSG played a C team, guys. They played a C team. And like you guys, if it wasn't
So we
for
had
the
the A
referees,
team. We had
you
the
really
A team.
wouldn't have
We didn't have
anything.
injuries.
How?
Hey, man,
We had
only
injuries
Yamal
There's
was
no
not there.
Rafinha.
Only
There's
Yamal
no
was not there.
Pedri.
You know, I'm lying. Lamine Yamal was there. It was Rafinha who was not there.
Injured Lamine
Everyone
Yamal.
else
It
was
wasn't
Pedri.
100%. It wasn't 100%.
Everyone else was fit. What are you talking about? Everyone
Lamine
else
wasn't 100%, bro.
yeah.
you guys.
Tebow,
You
go
lost to a
take
C team,
Tebow.
PSG team.
Tibo,
Now
go
you're
take your
games
heartburn
against Club
medicine
Brugge.
and calm down. Go
Yeah,
get
he needs
some
to go to
Lebza,
And then let me
Zeno.
Gaviscon.
tell
He
you,
needs to
Lebza,
get Zeno.
Lebza.
and then let
Eh,
me tell you, and then let me tell you, you're gonna lose against Celta Vigo on Sunday.
Aye,
Oh
never.
You're gonna lose
Never.
against Celta Vigo. Watch.
no! Look,
Never.
You
the
can
the, the,
even
the,
bet
the
on
calendar
them.
played
We have
the,
no
the
bet.
calendar played to
We
our
can
favor.
bet.
The calendar played to our favor because Celta played yesterday on Thursday, so they will be more tired, and they don't have
How do you
another.
how do you fail an exam when you have the memorandum, Baba? And there isn't even an invigilator. There isn't even an invigilator to watch what you're
Look,
doing. You have the
look.
referee on your side, but you struggle to beat a small Belgian side. Small.
Okay,
Oh, you
I've got questions for you guys. I've got
Lebza,
questions for you guys. Yeah, yes, Roy.
just give that man some panado and Gaviscon, please. Let him
Bruh.
shoot his throat and
Hey,
his
he
chest,
needs to
man.
suit himself, bruh.
And then,
This is what
and then let
happens
me
when
tell you
Liverpool
something.
beats you. Hey. Oh,
You see this energy that you guys have is a reason why Real Madrid will win a 16th Champions League. Yeah, sure.
Aye, you are delusional.
oh,
We'll see.
man. You are
Very
just like
delusional.
Christina Aguilera. I mean Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he
Hey!
is like a because
That is a fitting name for that guy.
it suits him, Christina
It
Aguilera,
suits
because
him.
he just
Did
keeps
you see that
whining.
interview?
You see, dude, look,
Yo, that was the most glazed I've ever seen in my life.
dude, Vito, the only thing that goes with wine, right, is cheese.
Mhm.
And he just keeps whining with no cheese.
Hey.
No cheese, just wine. Look, here's one thing. Christina
That's
Aguilera,
legendary Tony.
no, listen, Christina Aguilera once said that, the Ballon d'Or is his dream when he was ahead of Messi. Then Messi, boom.
When he was ahead.
Then,
When he was ahead.
yes.
When he had more Ballon d'Ors than Messi.
There was a time he had 4 and Messi only had 3 or something.
Mhm.
And he was like, the Ballon d'Or is the biggest, whatnot. It shows that you are the best.
Let me
Then,
tell you.
wait.
Let me tell you why there's holes in that
No.
statement. Let me tell you why there's holes in that statement. Because
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, ne, the only time he was ahead of Messi with the Ballon d'Or was when he got it for 2008. After Messi got won the treble in 2009, Messi was always ahead. So you see, this stuff that you're talking about, it doesn't even exist.
Okay, let me
There
go
was
in
a
there.
time.
Let me go in there. Let me go in there. Let me
Vito.
support the argument.
Yeah.
Relax. Rest.
Ah.
The golden boot. After Messi
Yeah.
had more Ballon d'Ors than Cristiano Ronaldo, he said, no, the Ballon d'Or is not valid. The golden boot
Yeah.
is more valid.
Yep.
Messi went
When
and
did you
surpassed him in the
say
golden boot.
You guys are making
Now the
stuff
golden
up.
boot is not valid.
Yeah.
Last
You
World
guys
Now-
are
Cup,
making
when he was sitting with Piers Morgan on that same podcast
Yes.
or whatever it is,
I dream of a
was
World
like,
Cup.
I want to win the World Cup. All of a sudden, this new podcast is, the World Cup is not important.
Like,
That guy.
Let
Like,
me
really?
just jump in there, ne? From a neutral perspective. I think that the things that is only relevant to Ronaldo is if he wins it, if he's on top, and then it's relevant. But
yeah.
if he comes second in something, it's not anymore.
It's useless. Yeah. Like, really, guys.
That's
like
a
now,
lie.
look,
That is a lie.
At least he
fans
look
have
good on the beach. He looks better than chicken.
Look,
Yeah,
look.
you have that title.
Ronaldo
That's
fans
saying, why
have
would you
stooped
say
so
that?
low. Tibo,
He said
look.
it himself. He said it
Tibo.
himself. He said it himself.
Tibo.
On it.
Tibo.
Exactly. It's gay. He said
Ronaldo
it himself
fans
on the
have
podcast.
stooped so low.
Don't
You
even go
fans-
there. Don't even go there because there's footage of Messi getting groped on an Argentinian or on a Spanish show.
Bruh,
Don't even go there.
That's you learning how to use AI. That's you learning how to use AI, and your first product is give me a picture of Messi being groped. Like, look, okay, wait, Tibo, wait. I want to say something.
Of only getting baddies. Only. Yo nigga.
Okay, look.
Yo nigga got married to
You
his
see?
cousin.
No,
On top of
look.
that, he got molested
Wait.
on a
Cousin.
TV show. What are you talking about?
this is what I'm saying about Cristiano Ronaldo fans. Now that soccer has been conquered by Messi, now they want to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo looks better. Cristiano Ronaldo is
Wait,
taller. Cristiano Ronaldo
what did
makes more money. Cristiano Ronaldo has a better wife. Screw
what do
that,
you
dog. My wife is better than any other wife because I married her. Even your wife is
Yeah,
better than
she's
any other wife because
Yes.
you married her. Now we have to compete. You
why
can't
did we even
compete,
get there
dog.
now? Why did
That's
we even get
you.
there now?
It's Cristiano
It's not
Ronaldo
about football
fans.
anymore when it comes to
Now it's not
Cristiano.
about football. They're
it's
like,
about
yeah, but
everything.
Cristiano Ronaldo is
No, we're
handsome.
talking about
Handsome for
football.
what? I
Hey,
don't care. Score goals. Win matches. Hmm?
He's
Yeah.
what? He's 48 goals away from scoring 1,000. He is scoring goals. But what are you talking about? You see, that's
Look,
the thing. You guys are just
out of
making stuff up. You know,
that
out of
just
guy
all
can
let
score
those,
Messi go
out,
2,000.
out
He'll
of
never
the
be
thousand
better
goals,
than Messi.
out of
on.
the thousand goals, out of the thousand goals, I'm
How
sure
many
there
are
are only
penalties?
200 that are worth watching. 200. The
Okay,
others, tap,
let me
tap,
tell you
tap, tap,
something.
tap, tap.
Let me tell you
Penalties
something.
and tappings.
This thing
Versus
started very
Luxembourg.
simple. Where I asked you guys who are fans of that small club from Catalonia, why were they assisted by the referee against Club Brugge? You know, instead of answering that question, you're talking about Cristiano, you're telling me about David Beckham or his wife, all these other things. You see, you guys, you're the ones who move away from football. Because how did we even get here? Don't even know.
Look, it's fine. Guys, we've introduced a new segment. Sorry, you see the arguments just keep happening. So, we've introduced a new segment, and this one is called Questions from Our Fans. So, we collected some questions over the week from people that watch football, and we're going to ask ourselves these questions and try answer them. So, guys, I'm going to shoot quickly. I need short answers. And let's start with you, Roy. Let me know. Let me know. Chiefs scored 4, right? Do we say it's a blip or a blueprint? So exactly what changed in their build-up and finishing patterns? What do you think?
So I think it could be a bit of both. It could be a blueprint. We are seeing hope again that is
Hmm.
restored. Yeah, I think it's a possible blueprint for me.
Okay. Okay, defense was good. Okay, let's go to you, Vito. Let me know. Stellies, brah. They are spiraling. Actually, we should call Stellies Mary J. Blige because they going down. They going down. Like, dude, like Stellies are in a spiral. Tell me, Vito, do you think it's the system? Is it the personnel? Like, if you fix one thing tomorrow, what is it? What could you fix? Are you going to fix the press height? Maybe they press too high, you know? Or is there maybe 8 to 10 roles that you need to change because everyone is not playing? Or is it the full back aggression? Are they not aggressive enough? Like, what do you think Stelly's spiral is caused by?
I see Thibaut's already laughing here because I told him local is not my thing. I'm Mr.
Yeah.
International. But if I
Ah,
should say something,
yes.
I would say from what I've seen so far, I would say it's the system. Me, I
System,
think
yeah.
you need to fix on the system, and the coach needs to prepare the team properly on what to do, and then from there see what gaps he can fill and move forward
Yeah.
from there.
No, I agree with you, but I just think you know what they sold too much. We spoke about this last week, right, Roy? To say they
Yeah,
probably sold too much. You know, sometimes just like Jomo Cosmos. Remember, Jomo Cosmos used to be a big club, but he just then became a pick
Hey,
and pay. He just started selling, 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 and where did the money go to his waist? You know. So
why?
Tibo, on your side, Sundowns 1, Galaxy 0. Is it the champions calm or a chance creation concern? Because they are not creating as they used to create. They used to wallop teams like Galaxy. Now they are scraping by. Are they prioritizing control over short volume too? Like what's going on, team?
Yeah, I think with under this tutelage of this new coach, I think what they're doing at least is getting the result. I think the philosophy that this gentleman has employed, you know, it has really maybe changed the manner in which they approach games. You see, I think the days of maybe them Mamelodi Sundowns scoring 3 or 4 or 5 against the opposition, I think that's going to, you know, come inspiring moments. You see, I think that's something we should no longer expect. But they still have the winning mentality. They still know how to get the job done, and they still know how to maintain a clean sheet. So, at least those are the positives because they are still people or a club that wins.
Yeah. Vito, Spurs
Mhm.
United. Who needs it more? One tactical tweak this weekend between those two could flip the game. Does Amorin win 5 in a row, or does Thomas basically end up, getting back to the winning ways? Where do you see it there? Who needs it more? Who will get closer to getting fired if they lose?
Hmm. I think Spurs manager
Yeah,
will get to say.
you
The
think
reason why
so?
I'm saying it is because United's board already backed Amorim
Mm,
for the long run. They told him, nah, he's good. He doesn't have to worry about anything. Just focus. And United has more good vibes going in. They won 3 in a row. They drew last week against Nottingham Forest.
mm-hmm.
So who needs it more? In my opinion, I would go with. Oh, this is a tough one because both of them actually need it. Eh?
Yeah.
That needs to cut his hair. Spurs is always doing Spurs things. Who needs it more is United, basically on the history. It's a big
Yeah.
team. They was a big team. They're trying to get back to where they were in the past. So
Yeah.
and this win will be a step in the right direction for him to
No,
get
let's
back
hope so.
to where they're
No,
trying to be.
let's hope so. Let's hope so. And then Roy, obviously, United wanted to get back into championship, but now we've got these champions elect, right? Arsenal,
Yes,
and they've got now a bit of some European control. Basically, on all fronts at the present moment, they look like they are strong. But do you
sure.
think Sunderland can trip them up this weekend? And where is the upset route? Is it the second balls or is it set pieces? Because Arsenal also score on set pieces. Maybe do you think Sunderland, because it's a traditional English team, they also like set pieces and long balls? How do you think they can disrupt Arsenal?
So I think they're gonna cause problems. They're not if they're gonna lose. That's a big if. If they're gonna lose, they're not gonna make it easy for Arsenal. They're never gonna make
Mm,
it easy. If you look at where they are currently on the table, and like I said last week, they don't look like a team that just got here. They look like a team that already cemented themselves into that position, top four, top five. Like I said, these
mm,
people are looking to play in Europe, and I don't think they're gonna slow down. They got very good players, and I think
yeah.
they're going to from the middle, and they're going to attack with all that they have. They might cause an upset. We'll never know. And just like I said, I think it was last week when City played Villa. It was week
Mm,
before when City played Villa. I told Thibaut that look, City is the better squad at the moment, but look at what Villa did. So
yeah.
Sunderland was that upset as well. That will work in my favor, though.
And then Timo, David Del Mol, Spalletti's
Yeah, sure.
first big Juve moment. I know,
Oh, yeah,
Pella, when
definitely.
your DSTV only watches the Italian league. All your other channels are open. All your other channels are open time. You know,
Yeah,
so
sure.
if you're Torino, Thibaut, where do you poke the old lady?
I think if you're Torino, you're gonna try and attack the middle of the pitch. I
Yeah.
think Juventus have the quality, but this season, even though they have brought in a new coach in Luciano Spalletti, I don't think he has found the balance. I think he's trying to rework the jigsaw, so to speak.
Mm,
I think if you're Torino, you'll want to attack very early on in the game and try and get as many goals as possible. And after that, maybe you can maybe sit back and see if Juve can maybe try and or maybe try and absorb the pressure that'll be coming from Juve. Because one thing that I have seen from Luciano Spalletti, he's moved away from the tactical nous that Igor Tudor had instilled by
Mm.
playing with 5 defenders. He's moved
Yeah.
to a traditional 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, and I think this has at least given Juve a more flair and a different way of attacking. The manner in which he sets up the stall, we're seeing more quality from guys like Conceição. We're seeing
Mm.
Yildiz now being relinquished from the shackles, and even Dusan Vlahovic,
Yeah.
he has an appetite for goal now. So I think if you're Torino, you're gonna try and get your goals very early on in the game. Then after that, you're gonna pack the bus.
Yeah. And then Roy, let me go to you, Roy. Obviously now we've got this huge City versus Liverpool game, right?
Yes, sir.
They're not obviously top of the table. I know you want Liverpool to win, you know. Me, I want Man City to win. So the chess piece that decides it, is it Salah getting back on form? It's not that he's off form, but according to Salah standards, he's off form,
Yeah.
right? And then also, or is it Haaland occupying the runs and basically, allowing the creative midfield players to dice them through Beyonce? Because Beyonce last week had Mbappe in his small pocket. You know that jean pocket
Oh,
that you find here?
cheeky pocket.
I don't know. Yeah, the small little pocket. Yeah,
The
he had
cheeky pocket.
Mbappe. Yeah, he had Mbappe right there. So now, can he do the same to Haaland? But I know Haaland is bigger. He might need a duffel bag. But where do you see the chess piece that will actually win the match?
I think the midfield
Yeah.
will volumes. If Liverpool can just be solid in the midfield, I think we'll control the game. And I know that on their side, they also have a strong midfield, but it can
Mm,
be vulnerable at times. We just need to find that weakness and exploit it. I mean, we have very creative players in our midfield. We
mm.
have Zoboslai, we have McAllister, and we have what's his guy's name, Gravenberg as well. Those are
Yeah,
generals if
yeah.
you look at it. They can disrupt the city play, but I think the chess piece is definitely going to come from the midfield. That's the winning chess piece.
But would they be able to stop Haaland's marauding runs?
Yeah, they can. They can. If we can get Zoboslai on Haaland, if he makes it in the middle, and we get Van
Yeah.
Dijk on him, we'll get it.
But you saw Haaland has changed his tactic a bit, hence he's becoming more effective. He now goes
Yeah,
into the middle. It's a tactic he used the year City won the Champions League. He used it against Real Madrid. He went into the middle and then they do the 1-2, for example, maybe with a Rodri or something like he
yeah,
passed it and then he turned. Once he turned and started speeding, then they just laid the ball in front of him. Then it's just
yeah,
1-on-1 with the keeper. Now,
yeah. So
your high line as Liverpool, will that not be susceptible to those same runs? Because then now there's Foden who's now recently got form. So wouldn't there be now a danger that it's not just Haaland that's on form? It's Doku, it's Foden, that boy Cherky. Now there's a few boys that can actually set him up. How do you feel about that part?
So that is obviously going to be a very tricky one. And I think the first half will just have to figure it out and try and exploit their weaknesses and try and grab the ball as high up the field as possible and get it through to our final third. And hopefully we'll get the result. I know for a fact that Foden is getting his form back. Cat Boy has been the main agent 47. I know
Mm-hmm.
that Doku also plays very well on that wing, and they have very very exciting players. So it's going to be a clash. It's going to be clash of a titans. Yeah, this is where I
Mm-hmm.
must that Klopp versus Pep kind of era.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll see. The ball is round. Anything can happen. Mistakes can
yeah.
be made, and we'll just have to see who has the mental fortitude to take it through.
But let's just have
But but then
a
but then but
gentleman's
then but
bet.
then but
Yeah,
then
yeah,
hang
yeah,
on a
Tibo.
second, Van Roy. How can you say you missed the Klopp and Guardiola era when Klopp was Pep's bitch? How can you say that? How
He
can you say
misses
that?
being the bitch.
What's going
Bruh,
on here? What's
bruh,
going on here?
bruh. Klopp was never Pep's boy toy. Pep
Uh,
always feared the
Rewind
front
the tape,
three that
bruh.
Klopp bowled.
Rewind the tape, bruh. How many
Mm.
league okay, how many times did Pep win the league with the Jurgen Klopp there? How many times?
Multiple times, but we gave them a run for their money. We didn't make it easy.
Okay, so what? Are you telling me being a second princess counts for something?
It doesn't. It
Van
doesn't.
Roy. Aye, man. Don't do that. I mean, okay, listen, I'm with you when you say maybe Jurgen Klopp, he raised the level for Liverpool.
It
And
did.
yeah, they became elite, which he
Yeah,
definitely did. Because before him, I don't know, Liverpool, man, were in a bad place. Kenny Dalglish being coach,
true.
Rafa Benitez, blah, 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 all of that stuff. But you saying you missed that particular beef. Aye, Baba, that beef didn't go your way at all. Yes, he
It's
won a
like you,
Champions League.
Thibaut.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you
Yeah.
saying you missed the beef between Mourinho and Pep in Spain because
You know
Mourinho
how
took
that
it.
went. You know
Yeah.
how
Exactly.
that went.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I know how it went. I know how it went. That other team, that small club, they won a Champions League, by hook or crook, And but those are facts, you see. That and there's no way I can shy away from that. So my man, I don't know how you can miss that era, bruh. That fucking Jurgen Klopp, ne, and I actually have a gripe against him. He chose Mohamed Salah over Sadio Mane. And
For
that's
man.
why he ended up his career at Liverpool ended the way that it did.
Yeah.
I'll keep quiet.
No, I. You see, someone that's hurt by Liverpool also supports Liverpool. So Thibaut, the last
Yeah.
question then will be for you before you guys close it off, right? So your favorite team, Barcelona, is playing Celta, right? So obviously, it's going to be either Barca trying to make a statement that the stumble midweek was a
Yeah,
stumble.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't a
Yeah.
trip and a fall, face flat. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously Celta also were playing in the what you call this thing, the Europa League. And they also won 3-0 away. So they might be riding their
Mm-hmm.
horse high. 4-0, right? Was
No,
it
3
4
nil.
0?
Yeah, 3 nil.
Oh, 3-0, 3-0,
3
sure.
nil.
So yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
now they might be riding high. Obviously, confidence is high. They've boosted their energy because of the win. But there's nothing that can boost you and get you ready for an angry Barcelona. It's like even a Real Madrid. When a Real Madrid, like right now, Real Madrid is angry because Liverpool wiped the floor with them, right? Um, they are the team that's going to play Real Madrid is also going to suffer if Alonso puts the right team to get the response. So, what is your thought on Barcelona? Will they make a statement? And if you are Barca, Thibaut, do you look for more control from the middle of the park, or are you going to go now direct to the box to try and get as many goals as possible?
I think if I'm Barcelona right now, ne, the first thing I do is I start Robert Lewandowski. The second
Mm,
thing that I do is I keep the same midfield that started during the week. I think Marc Casado playing next to Frankie de Jong works stupendously.
mm,
And I think Fermin Lopez, he needs continuity like nobody's business. That boy is in
mm.
the form of his life.
Yeah.
If the opposition give that boy a chance, he will kill them. I promise you, he will kill them. And I know this could be maybe disconcerting for a guy like who's this gentleman name? The number 7 for Barcelona. He started as a striker.
Ferran,
Ferran.
Ferran
Ferran.
Torres.
Ferran Torres. Yeah, I know it can be disconcerting for him, maybe
Ferran out.
starting on the bench. No, but I think right now he's run out of steam.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if he can just sit back and get angry again, I think when they give him his chances again, because I don't think Robert Lewandowski is in a period where he'll be able to play 90 minutes
Yeah.
for the remainder of his time in Barcelona. So I think if you're Barcelona now, you play the same team, and
Yeah.
you stick to the highline because the highline. I see a lot of people, are saying a lot of stuff that hey, Barcelona must ditch the highline because Inigo
No, no,
Martinez
let me
is
enter
gone.
there.
Blah blah
Let me
blah blah
enter
blah.
about the high line. Wait, let me enter about the high line. I wanted to actually enter when you, because you're right. About the front, I agree with you. Definitely put Robert. You understand? And I agree with you with Casado and what you call this thing, De Jong. And Fermin's energy. He's just great with that energy. Ferran, I would also bench. But Barca's issue right now is the selection of defense. And putting Araujo, yes, for what he gives us in height, strength, power, you understand? He lacks in decision making, in tactical awareness, and in his ability to hold the line. He is always doubting the line. You understand? Like Kubasi with Martinez, who left, were great at that line because nobody doubted themselves. So what I've seen now with Araujo is that he doubts and sticks his head in to check if everybody's in line. But guess what? He puts the person in onside. Do you understand? Because if I'm gonna do this, now I'm onside. Do you understand? Because that guy is no more offside. While Martinez and Kubasi control that defense to say we hold it regardless. Do you understand? If he's onside, he's
Okay,
onside. We're not gonna check.
Can I put
okay.
my
I
2 cents in there?
Yeah,
yeah.
You see, the problem is it's not the high line.
yeah.
The problem is, in my opinion, is in what Hansi also said, it's the midfield. The midfield are not pressing enough. As soon as we lose
Mm,
the ball, we need to press. So we don't give
mm,
them time to look for that pass. See, we're giving them too much time to look for that perfect killer pass that is gonna break the high
mm,
line. So the problem
You
is,
know what I
I
think?
don't know
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what's
yeah.
the problem. These guys, they're not pressing. I think the squad just we need that energy of Rafinha. I
mm,
mean, Rashford, I don't have any gripe against the guy, but the squad just needs Rashford. We need that person that's constantly gonna press that ball. And yeah, that's the problem with the thing. We need
why
the
don't
midfield
they
to help out the
why
back
don't
line
they
because we
Vito, why don't they even put Rashford as center forward? You know, they just put him as center forward so that he just gets the ball and kicks it. Take
Yeah,
Ferran
yeah, yeah.
out
You know why?
if
Yeah,
Lewandowski
yeah,
is
yeah. You know
injured.
why? Yeah, you know why they don't do that,
yeah.
ne? Because from a tactical standpoint, ne, Marcus Rashford will suffocate playing so close to the center backs.
Mm,
You see when he's playing out on the left, ne, he has space and time to decide what he's gonna do, if he's gonna pass or if he's gonna shoot. Now, for me,
mm,
ne, just for me, this is just from my observation. Me, what I think could help this Barcelona side is if they change the formation. They play with three center backs. They have four midfielders with Balde playing as a wing back, and I don't know who will sacrifice himself to play as a wing back on the other side. Then
mm,
in the middle you will have what's this Frankie De Jong and Mark Casado, and then up front you have Marcus Rashford, Robert Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal all just
mm.
rotating in the middle of the
Yeah,
pitch. If those guys lose the ball, the seven guys behind them, and obviously depending on which side of the pitch, whichever a player there between Rashford and Yamal will drop back to assist. That's
but
at
you
least what I think
don't.
because
No,
this
no,
highline business is not gonna work. You see, with
no.
this
Look,
formation,
like
but
Vito said,
with three center
dude.
backs, I
Whoa,
think that
whoa,
would be
whoa,
perfect.
Tibo. Dude, look, with the highline is not an issue. I like what Vito said about the pressing, but also it's the personnel that he selects. He now must select Christensen, Kubasi, Balde, and Kunde, not Eric Garcia, not Araujo. He must keep those two out. Eric Garcia, for as great as he is with ball control and as great as he is going forward in his ability to help, the tiki taka movement, he's susceptible to being beaten by great strikers or by great attackers. Do you understand? He's not that type of defender. Even Pep let him go because of that. But yes, him playing a midfield role is great because then he knows how to pass the ball. And then secondly, Christensen, when he's played with Kubasi, he's led him well. He's allowed him to, because Christensen is old school. He wants to take the ball out. He's not going to dilly-dally. Arajo, I'm gonna sell him, bruh. I'm telling you, call the Barca board after this. We need to sell him. All right, gents. Look, I hope
Look, at the
our
end of the
viewers
day,
loved our
at the end of
questions.
the
Yeah.
day, at the end of the day, the referees are the ones who are going to decide Barcelona's game. So we can go back and forth as much as we want, but we all know how it's gonna pan out.
I bet you
You,
Madrid has a penalty this weekend.
yeah,
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
two,
yeah,
two, two.
yeah,
I bet
yeah,
you
yeah.
two
No,
Yeah.
make
penalties.
it 10. Make it
Yeah.
10 penalties. Yeah, yeah.
I was
Everyone
looking.
Exactly.
I
else,
was.
Barca had a
get,
penalty this
yeah,
season.
you get a penalty. You get a penalty.
I don't
Everyone
think we
gets a
even had one penalty
penalty.
this season.
Look,
But
I
let's
bet
move on.
I bet that Real Madrid are going to get two penalties, definitely. And I also bet that Real Madrid are going to get assisted by the referee. The other team's gonna get a red card. Like simple, normal things that usually just
We
happen.
know the script
So
already.
the script is already written, man. You know what did Whitney Houston say? Same script, different cast. Definitely, that's what's happening today. Well, to our viewers, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you love the questions. The team are going to close it off now. But before they close it off, I just wanted to hit you with something that doesn't have to do with football. Do you know that song by Whitney Houston? Your love is my love. It talks about Hammanskraal. Yeah.
How?
Elaborate.
How?
Yeah, it says,
Elaborate.
your
Yeah, how?
love is my love, and my love is your love. We can take an eternity to break us. Even the chains of Hammers crowd couldn't hold us.
Yeah, gents, let's go to the flop and prop of the week.
Yeah.
So our nominations for this week, we got a hat trick from the Nigerian assassin, Victor
Mm,
Osimhen.
hmm
Went to the University of Amsterdam and he scored a hat trick. After this, we saw Kaiser Chiefs scoring or putting 4 goals past that fly-by-night college. What's it? Obi
Fofo
College.
Masihalisane. Yes.
They were ruthless. And then lastly, we saw Bayern Munchen taking over Paris. Yeah, they got there and the city of Paris was under siege as Bayern Munich managed to get a 2-1 victory. Big game composure, elite away level.
Look,
What's your
for
take,
me,
chance?
For me, I definitely do think Victor deserves a shout out, but also he was playing in Amsterdam. Sometimes those guys in Amsterdam don't know how to play. Chiefs scoring
Yeah,
four
Victor's too
past,
good for the league.
yeah,
Hey,
but yeah,
Lemza,
Chiefs
just
scoring
pick
four.
one, dog. Just pick one, dog.
Yeah,
Just pick
man.
one.
I'm in the mix. I'm in love with two women. I can't choose, dog. I just choose all of them. Look, okay, look. I'm gonna go with Bayern because it's statement to actually go into a PSG, you understand, and play like they played. Company actually is building something. So it's hard to measure company and measure Luis Enrique because they play in leagues where we don't really watch as much and they dominate those leagues. So
Mm,
hearing that they beat, let's say, hearing Paris has beat Lyon 4-0, it's like, okay. Hearing Bayern has beat
it's normal.
Mainz or Werder Bremen 6-1 is like, oh, okay. We only get to see their real tests when they play in Europe. So this was a good test, and we saw exactly what happened. Where was your boy Vitinha? Oh, Vitinha disappeared. Anyway, don't
Hey, Van
answer. Don't
Roy.
answer. Don't answer.
Hey, Van Roy, who's your pick?
I give it to Kaiser Chiefs, Baba. I
Yeah,
give it to the
boy.
homeboys. I give it to the homeboys.
Yeah, hey, Vito, Mr. 5 out of 10. Yeah, who's your pick there?
I give it to Bayern. Undefeated in the
Oh,
Hmm
you're
league,
also going with
undefeated in all
Bayern.
competitions, and still going strong. Made a statement this
It's
week.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, definitely. And then
Where
when we
now?
look at
Where
our
now?
flops for the week, me,
Oh, where now? Where now?
I'm
Yeah.
giving it to the Nigerian assassin, Mama Victor Osimhen. He's on fire
Ah.
this season. He's on fire this season, especially in the Champions League. We must not forget that Galatasaray are the Turkish champions. Now, maybe the Turkish league is not on the level of La Liga or the Serie A or even the French league, but Victor Osimhen moving to another club and winning the league trophy and taking that form and bringing it also to the Champions League, I think it's something commendable.
He
Definitely,
just
without a
couldn't
shadow of
bring
a
it.
doubt.
He just couldn't bring it to the World Cup qualifier.
Obvious, obvious. But
You think they're gonna get past Gabon?
pardon?
Yeah, no. You know what? They'll end up getting past. They'll end up probably nearly qualifying. Obviously, when they start meeting up with the other nations from other continents,
Mhm.
that's where it's going to get difficult.
That's where
But
the test
I
is
do
gonna
think
be.
when Nigeria put on their big boy pants on and stop being, petulant like kids, because they're spoiled kids. They're rich. Some of them are
Hey,
richer than their presidents.
reminds me
So
of Madrid.
yeah, no, true,
Mm.
true, true. Exact example of Madrid, spoiled brats. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Tibo, the
Anyways,
flops.
anyways.
Let me introduce the flops because I know you're gonna
Okay.
kill the first one and make it sound bad. So, first flop, the ref making a mistake with the VAR. Versus Brugge and Barca. Obviously, they ended up calling it correctly. There was no penalty, but hey, is that a flop? Xavi at Enfield, did he actually set up what you call Real Madrid in the wrong way? Did you really expect them to win the way you had set them up? Or is it Mourinho? Momentum is missing. Are the alarm bells ringing in Benfica as they're also spiraling like Stellenbosch? So, is it VAR headache with Barca? Is it Real Madrid really not knowing how to be set up for a big game with Liverpool? Or is Mourinho, has he lost his big team coaching kahunas? Is he now just a traveling coach? Or should he now maybe go coach Portugal? So which one? Roy, for you?
I think it is Benfica for me. They are the flops of the week. They
Mm-hmm.
are at the bottom of the barrel, and it just doesn't seem like it's gonna get better for them.
True. Vito.
Nah, I give the flop to Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't think Xabi set his team up well for that Liverpool game. Played
Mm-hmm.
better in position, a few other players, and yeah, he's my flop.
Tibo.
Man, you just picked that because you're a hater, man. That's all. Even
Nah,
a
I
even a
support
team
La
that
Liga
didn't
teams in
expect
I
Baba.
support La Liga
Hey,
teams in
hey, even
Champions League, my
Gabi
nigga.
didn't
He's
set up his
lying.
team
I do.
properly.
He's
Huh?
lying. I
Hey, he
do.
didn't set up his team
Bonus
properly. Huh?
flop.
That's why
Bonus
you're a
flop.
hater, bruh.
Bonus
That's all.
flop is
Just say it.
Villarreal versus
Just say
Pafos.
it, bruh.
That's
You're
my
a
bonus
hater,
flop.
bruh. LMs, I'm gonna tell you, my flop of the week is definitely the VAR team that
We knew
messed
it.
up. That messed
We
up
knew
for Club
it.
Brugge. The Club Brugge team were better than Barcelona. They were better than Barcelona. Not only did they rob them of a penalty, they even robbed them of
Wasn't a
a winning
penalty.
goal at the end of a game. Of course, you're gonna say that.
Club,
Of
the
course, you're gonna
player,
say that.
Oh,
the
Ah,
player
hey,
himself said it wasn't a penalty.
you're used to this small club of yours fixing all these games, bruh.
so
So
But the
listen,
when
player himself said it
hey,
wasn't a
bruh,
penalty.
I'm gonna
He
ask
kicked
you again.
Valde and fell.
Hey, Baba, hey, I'm gonna ask you again. How do you fix a game against Club Brugge? Brugge! My sis, man. Sis, man.
Yeah,
Sis,
keep
man.
I
making excuses.
You should be ashamed.
well well we're gonna watch you this week lose Madrid because then we know how you are. Oh, but you won't lose because penalties are back in order.
No,
And
he's
the
not
Yeah,
king,
gonna lose a
the king,
penalty.
the king of
There's
Spain
a
actually
guaranteed
stands
winner.
there. He stands there at the Bernabeu there by the booth, and then he looks at the ref and says, then the ref said, red card to the other team. Red card, red card. Anyway, let's close it off. Let's close it off, guys. Let's close it off. What an amazing show on this Friday. Obviously, from Soweto to Sunderland, Valencia to Fosloras, the game keeps giving us reasons to talk. And this week did not disappoint. Tibo.
Yeah, sure. Tibo Lava Ultra, thank you for joining us for another installment of Let's Argue, featuring Van Roy, featuring Vito Corleone, and obviously the mood engineer, Hambolalu Pindubu.
All right, Roy.
yeah, near. And then we just want you guys to enjoy the football. We want you to question the narrative as always. And then we want you back here on Monday. Let's argue. Come argue with us. We'll have the same panel again. Let's make it toasty.
Watch.
Victor,
Cheryl.
Watch.
close it off.
Cheryl's betweight coats. Don't need the money alone.
Yes, I can share one quickly. It's not a code, but it's one that's going to happen. Liverpool to lose
Madrid
versus City.
penalty.
Done. Yeah, and Liverpool to lose versus City. City to win, and then Arsenal to draw with Sunderland, and then Celta Vigo to wish they never stepped on the field with Barcelona. No VAR assistance. Timo, let's argue. 3. There were 4 voices today. 1 love, 0 neutral opinions. Good night, Mzansi and the world, wherever you're watching. Remember, argue responsibly. Now we are friends. We're going to go drink together. Cheers!
A 5 out of 10 somewhere. His life is in danger now because Vito is on the loose, Baba. Some 5 out of 10. Some 5 out of 10.
Moby Cell is
in danger
freezing.
now. Tell you now,
Moby
Baba.
Cell is. Actually, let me just turn to my fridge and get something to drink as we go. Let me just see here. I'll start with water.